Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to Guild Wars Week 7, Day 4, technically Day 6 of the Guild Wars. Today I'm going to be going over just some changes that we're going to be doing with the video and of course just getting into the video. But for Guild Wars for now on, I have come to the consensus that we are going to be doing it as some people suggested we do originally. When we first started, we originally polled it on if it should be video or if it should be a stream, and it did end up winning just slightly with a video, but I believe we are going to be changing the format of these after this last one to a stream. The main reason for this is because it ends up saving me anywhere from an hour to 2 hours every single day, or at least every single day that we record one of these, mainly because there is a render time when I have to do it for the video, and because these videos tend to go pretty lengthy, this render time can be anywhere from about an hour to 2 hours, and it uses up a lot of my bandwidth, making it quite impossible to do much else during that duration. So when I do it during a stream, we basically completely eliminate that. So that's basically what we're going to be doing then. Basically 1 hour streams that will be just kind of talking, doing our normal commentary, as well as just answering any questions, as well as at the end, I'll definitely make sure to answer any last minute questions then as well. And it'd basically just be like 1 hour streams every single day, other than on Monday, which we still do our normal stream at the normal time. So for everyone who's been wanting daily streams, that'll fix that. And for everyone that wanted me to also like stop doing Guild Wars, who wanted me to have more time to do like more guide-like videos, this will also solve that problem, because that will free up approximately 8 hours of my time every single week, which I can just put to doing more videos like the one we did on Friday, going over defend teams for Guild Wars. But anyways, let's get into our Guild War day. I'm only going to be doing the yellow against Anonymous this week. The other two I'm going to be doing off camera, just so this video doesn't go to like 3 hours long. So we're only going to be doing that one. One nice thing to note is Stratgem may be the 4th guild to ever get first place on the leaderboard. Currently, my guild ended up getting first the very first week. Interim got first one of the weeks, and Anonymous has gotten first all 5 of the other weeks. But Stratgem is on track to being first as well, so they'll be the 4th guild, hopefully, to get first in bracket 1. But anyways, let's get into this. This is actually a yellow day, even though it may be weird. One thing that's being changed in next patch is it will always show, instead of this little icon here that's basically irrelevant behind it, it'll show whatever color the gem is on the next patch. So like right there, it would say War 4, but it would also have a yellow gem behind it, indicating that it is indeed a yellow day, because it's a little bit confusing when you go back, because technically it's a Sunday right now, which is everyone is doing the blue day, but because we're still on War 4, the day 4, we're actually on yellow against Anonymous. So let's go throw out our yellow team then, and see what we can do. So off to our yellow. This is one of our stronger, more solid teams. Only thing that can really go horribly wrong with it would be if we end up losing our Amnesia. And let me just switch up the banner. That blue, the blue-purple is mainly only used if we're going to be going up against a Scion. But we'll go for brown-yellow here, rush that up before we get Corvashed, and go on from there. Hopefully get up our Moloch pretty quick so we can deny it. And yeah, let's just get into it. Interesting team that he's going with, something new for once, so that's great. Always nice to see new builds in this game mode. One thing that was mentioned a couple times as well is, why do I not use like different teams all the time during this? The main reason for it is, if I keep trying different teams during Guild Wars, it will greatly reduce our points, because just losing once is like over 2,000 points. And just losing any troops definitely stacks up as well, as far as the amount of points that we lose. I could do more videos going over teams if any of you are ever interested in that, but as far as me doing different teams, I can't really do different teams unless they add new troops that are viable within Guild Wars. And so far, since Guild Wars has come out, the only troop that they have ever added that is viable to Guild Wars in the last 7-8ish weeks is Sir Gawain. That is the only one so far. And maybe Queen Aurora under some circumstances, maybe once they buff Barrier, she'll be used. In her current state, she's not really used that much, mainly because it's a little hard to cover every single color in a Guild War battle, and she's a lot less effective if you are not actually covering all the colors. So right there, it does look like he has a Corvash ready to go, and that'll be a little annoying. Not as worried about the the entangle right there. Also, the stun itself I'm not too worried about either, since we can cleanse it as soon as we get full mana. The main thing we need to do now is just get our amnesia up, so we will do it off the purple, and that will be full mana for us, so we can start getting them down. Once we start getting our explosions down, we are pretty much good to go, since we'll have the mana that we need to constantly drain them and make sure that they don't have any of their extremely devastating casts. So he just gives us some free purple right there. Very nice. Oh, very, very nice cascade right there. We'll throw down the explosion, clear out almost the entire board, and we do finally get some of our abilities ready to go. So we do have our drain, we have our amnesia. I'm probably just going to hold for now. Let's get down another explosion so we can get both of our drains ready to go, and another extra turn, everything with their ability. Very nice. And do we have enough for a Moloch? Yes, we have exact enough damage to kill that out with a Moloch. We'll keep our famine on reserve for when his famine or Cabarrus ends up getting to full mana, so we'll be good to go. Let's just get ourselves a, I guess we'll go Golfa here. Why not? Get a bunch of the reds. Could have probably just swiped the reds too. We would have gotten almost more mana if we would have swiped the reds, to be honest. So that was actually not really needed, because a red surge would have been 7 mana instead of 6. And now we're basically in the same position we already were, except now we're entangled. But he's a little bit away on full mana. I should probably drain him right here. We're not stunned at the moment, so let's go and throw that down. Then we'll throw down our Gorgolfa, let it take a little skull. I would take a skull next turn too if we had to get unentangled. Nope, but we are still entangled. Oh, one really odd thing that's kind of helpful, or helpful and not helpful. When you're entangled, you can't gain attack, but something else that's a little bit odd is while you're entangled, you also can't lose attack. So the famine cannot do its attack reduction on us while the Sylvani Mora has us entangled. It's a little bit odd, but that's how it currently works. Okay, so we'll throw that down on our greens right there. Get up another Gorgolfa for the explosion. And we do have a Skull Poke. I think we'll go for it just because we can then just do the Moloch for famine instead. Sylvani Mora is never going to get a single chance to even cast, mainly because it's being blocked this entire game. I'm pretty sure it's mainly just using that for Entangle, though. That's the whole reason for putting a Sylvani Mora on a team like this. So we'll just go... I guess we'll hold a little bit and wait on our Moloch so we can get a bigger hit and then just take him out completely off of just Moloch. Because he has so much armor that there's really no point in doing not Moloch, because he has more armor than he even has HP. So we'll just wait till he gets a little bit more mana. I'm not even going to bother famining yet. I guess we could take some skulls and maybe go the famine route. But we'll see if we even get any. Nope, all those cascade, no skull, and he entangles us again, so even if we do get a skull, I won't be able to do anything with it. So I guess I'm just going to finally just Moloch him at this point, and get that little bit of damage. We might have to go for... oh no, we won't need a triple Moloch. Double Moloch looks like it will be enough. Yeah, we already have enough damage regardless, and his HP is still ticking down. So I think I will go for an explosion here. Mainly because we'll need to get both of them up. We'll do it on red, as it seems to have a wider spread right there. And then we can throw down the Gorgolfa. So we'll get that down, and there we go. Get the cleanse, no more entangle. We'll have both our abilities up. We get our extra turn, we get a skull. Very, very nice. Everything we need. And yeah, let's just Moloch him down, and then we'll start on the final troop of Sylvani Mora. Sylvani Mora really doesn't have much of a threat to us, though if it does get enough damage, it would eventually kill out our Gorgolfa, in which case we would just need to use an Amnesia. So I'll probably hold my Amnesia a bit, just in case it does come to that point, though it is very unlikely that he's going to get that kill. I think he needs like 3 skulls in a cast, or 2 casts in a skull, or something like that. So it's going to take him a while, not to mention he's basically never going to get full mana, since we can just keep draining, and one last Moloch will be the kill. So let's just use ourselves Gorgolfa. Should be able to hit 4 red with how many are there, or, you know, however many red 70% reduction is. I think it's 6 we would have to hit. But there we go, and tap it out with the Moloch. And first battle neutralized, 4 to go. Yeah, I find it kind of amazing that you can use an all-Daemon team and still cover every single color. I believe it's the only troop type that can. Dragons as well. Dragons and Daemons. Oh wait, no, I don't think dragons can. No, it might just be Daemons, actually. I'll need to double check that later. I'm pretty sure Daemons are the only troop type that can cover every single color while also using 4 times of a single color. Okay, there's the Scion, so banner switch. Let's go to our blue-purple, not only to deny it, but so we can get Amnesia up instead of our Gorgolfa there. So let me see if I can figure out where on earth that is. Also, that's one thing that's not being changed next patch, which I kind of wish they would have. They made a lot of quality life improvements. This was not one of them. The banners are still exactly the same in next patch, so I don't know if they're ever going to get around to making a new format for it. What's kind of odd is the format that they originally made for banners when the game first came out was actually the best format they ever had. It was just like a little bar all the way at the bottom, and then it had every single banner showing there. Not quite sure why they ever changed that, but it was a lot easier to find the correct banner previously, so hopefully they'll make some kind of change to it in the future just to make that less of a time waste. I use like 30 seconds every time I try switching my banner, just trying to figure out where on earth that banner is, and I'm pretty sure newer players have even higher problem with that because they don't know approximately where each banner is or what all of them even are. Okay, so we'll go and take the brown into the red right there, off the extra turn too, very nice. I guess we'll go for the yellow into the blue, maybe a skull. Nope, no skulls off it. We just get a bunch of mana. Oh, I probably shouldn't be... Yeah, probably shouldn't be playing around with those skulls right there. So we'll just tap them out with that little poke right there. We are the Paragon this week in gaining Paragon stats, so all of our battles are even easier than what they normally are as far as our damage output and everything, since we just have ridiculously higher stats than most of the other battles that we do. So that ends up helping out a very, very great deal. Okay, right here, I want to see if we can get an explosion that does not interrupt this whole skull pair here. It does look like every single... Oh, no, green. It does appear that green... Oh, no, maybe not. I don't know. I think green is our safest bet, though. So let me explode on green. I believe he will still keep the Skull Distract. Come on. Yes, there we go. He still keeps the Skull Distract. Barely. But we'll throw down the Moloch right there, and that will take him out. So, or not take him out, but take out, you know, all of his mana. So there, we're safe. So we'll just go get a little bit more of our mana, have Queen Jezebel back up again. We need another drain. Well, we're always going to be needing more drain, but let's just go throw this down. Looks like blue has a pretty wide spread. Actually, not as wide as I thought. There wasn't any blue in that corner over there, but we do get a 5 times out of it, so definitely worth it right there. I think I'm just going to throw down the Moloch, even though we don't have a backup drainer. Oh, forgot to take the greens. No! The struggles of commentating. That's going to happen a lot more. That's the only... I think that will be like the biggest issue when I do start doing these live. I'll probably be looking at chat, because right now I don't have anything else to look at. It's just me commentating. But when I do streams, I have to commentate and look at chat. So hopefully I won't make mistakes like that. Though that's going to be happening probably a lot more frequently once we switch over to the other format. But yeah, the other format, I don't believe I mentioned it at the beginning of the video. Probably should have. But I won't be doing it at any kind of scheduled time. What I'll try to do is every morning, approximately when I wake up or just get around to my computer, I will be posting that little thingy, like a scheduled stream thing, and it just says like when the stream is going to be occurring. Probably just do it that way, but similar to how I upload them now, the Guild War battles won't be on any particular schedule, other than that they'll be posted every single day. That's the only schedule they'll really have. The exact time, they won't exactly have an exact time. So we'll go take our skull right there. One more explosion will be enough to tap him out. Oh, come on, we couldn't hit any of the 2 stats. Well, I think we can easily do it with a Amnesia. So we'll just throw this down and just double check to make sure that we do indeed hit 4 skulls with whatever color we end up choosing. And it does look like purple right here will be enough, even though I'm only doing this for a single one. Actually, let me... Oh, I don't have famine. Okay, so we'll throw this down, and that will end up killing him out. Exactly enough damage. And we'll just throw down our Moloch into famine. Actually, might just throw down famine. That will end up being more damage, and then we can throw the Moloch afterwards. Because he does have the higher boost ratio, and if we're going to be hitting more armor anyways, we might as well throw that first. There we go, down with an 81 hit. It will gain 2 HP every turn, but we'll hopefully reduce it down by 3 occasionally, so that will make up for all of our, or all of his gains that he's getting off his trait. So we'll just throw down a Gorgolfa, start getting our ability up. We have a Moloch ready to go and fire. Not really worth it yet since he only has the 4 mana, so we'll throw down a Amnesia. Keep wanting to call her like Queen something. I don't know why I'm calling everything by their wrong name as of recently. Not intentionally, just like randomly. It's like, oh, nope, nope. I think it was mainly Princess Elspeth and Queen Jezebel that I kept mixing up earlier. But we'll throw down the last little final blow right there. Take him out, and a few more battles to go. Hey, we're up against Hillary. So let's see what we have. Ooh, nice. Was that just a brown-yellow? I forget when brown-yellow is coming up. Tomorrow should be green-brown if they haven't changed it yet. So let's do our final 3 battles, see what we get. Scion again, so keep the same banner. Interesting, he's using a Mang. Mang is pretty powerful. Once they nerf Deathmark and everything, it may be one of the strongest weapons, or already is one of the strongest weapons, but currently Creeping Death and Black Manacles are what I would consider the absolute strongest, but Mang, definitely within Arena as well. Very, very powerful with Skull Spam. Don't even need Skull Spam. It's also one of the only few things left that tiers armor now that Bone Dragon doesn't do it, or at least the viable options. It's actually the most viable option in the game right now for tiering all armor out of everything that can do it. Because if I'm not mistaken, there's only 3 things. There's another hero weapon, which only has a 50% chance to do it. There is the Grave Knight, which is 11 mana cost brown purple, if I'm not mistaken. And there is the Mang. And out of all of them, even though I believe this one actually has the highest mana cost, it is the best to use, mainly because it gains 1 attack per armor that you tier. And as you can see, in a battle like this, let's say he used it on our Famine right there, boom, 98 attack in 1 turn. Plus he's doing essentially true damage, because he tiers all the armor and then deals his magic +1 as damage. And that's essentially true damage, since it tiers all the armor prior to applying the damage. So yeah, definitely very, very, very potent. Oh! I should not have done that. I've noticed again that he had a Scion, but pretty easy. If nothing else, we're just setting up a drain for him. So stop doing all your cascades. We'll go throw that down. But yeah, I should not have done that. That did end up giving him full mana, but luckily we had our Moloch up already. If we didn't have the Moloch up, that would have been a huge mistake. Luckily, it wasn't as bad since he didn't have it available. So I tried for a red right there to get Moloch all the way back up. Unfortunately, we did miss it, but he just gives us a random red ourselves. Oh, it did not surge, so we do not have full mana. That's a bit unfortunate. Was kind of hoping on that full mana right there. But we are getting close enough on Amnesia that we're just going to be able to do it up that way. And perfect, she does surge, so we'll throw this down. There's no way he can actually drain it immediately, though he does have a Famine that is getting dangerously close to full mana right now. So we'll just throw that down. Moloch does get the last little bit of its mana. Amnesia gets all of her mana back. And yeah, we'll just go drain it. I believe we'll have to do this on the Famine, as that is the bigger threat right now. Yellow Surge would be amazing. I don't know if I'm going to risk it though. I think I might just go for the green instead. So I am going to go for the green instead. Play it safe. Always go for the safer option. We have learned that so many times already from the problems that have happened when we didn't do the safer option. So right here, obviously we'll want to kill his hero probably last if we can. So let me go and kill out the Scion so we don't have to worry about it constantly draining all of our magic off our Gorgolfa, especially since I might be holding his mana now that he only has 11 explosions. There isn't much need to really use him. He's starting to get such little mana that he won't really be gaining much of a benefit from using his ability. We might use it one more time, and that'll be the final time we cast him, but at least for this battle anyways. So good, it didn't hit magic again, so we might throw that down right here. It will end up hitting quite a bit of green, so at this point we might as well just swipe for green and just not take any of, or just never use his ability at this point, because we'll be using it for just going directly to Famine with something like an Amnesia. So I won't even bother using him anymore. We'll just keep him all the way at max, start getting up our Famine again, so we'll do that on the greens, get a good majority of our mana. Oh, come on, 1 short. Luckily we do get it off the cascade, getting all the way back up. Do have to be careful not to kill his hero out, though it does look like that is bound to happen. So we'll just go and throw down the Moloch, start chipping down his first Famine. I do want to try killing both of these before we kill his hero, though depending on skulls on the board, we might have to be forced to attack him. But the goal is just to do it off of Molochs alone. And if we're only using Amnesia, that will help us out a little bit too. Since we're not being blocked on yellow mana, the yellow mana is just going straight into our Moloch, meaning he'll easily get full mana compared to if we had Gorgolfa needing all that mana. So it does look like we're going to need to throw a Famine right here. I think I will throw it, which one should we throw it at? He's already so damaged, I might as well just keep him as Moloch only. So I think I'm going to, even though it might seem a little weird, throw it at the very final one. Mainly because that will help us more. This guy's already within Moloch kill range. If we throw it at him, that would basically be wasting all the damage that we end up getting from the ability there. So let's just go get our Amnesia back up, throw that down, see if we can get Famine back up as well. Keep Moloch as the backup, though ideally I want to use it on his Famine. And good, we already got Amnesia back up, so we should be able to get our Famine up as well. He does keep constantly taking all the mana that we need from it, so we'll go and explode all that. That will put some of it back on the board, but he's just going to go straight for it most likely. Yep, there he goes, and he'll probably take like a green or a yellow or something. And nope, oh never mind, I didn't see the skull there. Of course, he'll prioritize the skull. I haven't double checked the AI yet on the beta version to see if the new AI loves going for skulls or not. I know they switched up the AI on Friday, but I haven't had enough time to test it since then. The main issue is my account on the testing beta thing is still under the like the threshold where there's a new AI. Because for any of you that don't know, I believe it's the first 30 levels that you play has a much weaker AI than what you normally have, like what we're facing right now. I think it stops at like level 25 or 30ish or somewhere around there. I don't recall exactly, but my account's still not even that high on the beta version, mainly because it was testing Maps Arena and a couple other things on it as well. But hopefully we'll know soon, and my goal is to be able to stream it for this Friday as well, so hopefully we'll have that to be able to do. Otherwise it'll be, well, as soon as I have access to be able to stream it, I will. Well, technically I could now, but they said not to, so until they give me the confirmation, we'll kind of have to hold off on it. But as far as this battle right here, looks pretty smooth. Pretty much already won. As I did earlier, as you saw, I did the famine on this other one. Main reason for that is, like, as we killed it with a Moloch, and now he's a lot lower. If we didn't do that earlier, he would be at like still have somewhere around like 60, 70, 80 durability, plus most of his HP would not be downed yet. So that ended up helping quite a bit. Obviously, there's no point in using Gorgolfa. It's only 3 explosions. It will not even generate anywhere near as much mana as how much it's going to cost us to even cast it at this point. So there's no point in even touching it. So we'll just get our explosion up. I really hesitant to cast on this. Same as taking that skull, even though I do see that we can take a yellow into that skull. Ideally, I do not want to do that yet. So we're going to go and kill out the famine, and at this point we just throw down an amnesia into... or thank you. Okay, or we'll just take the skull that you didn't bother taking. Good job, AI. So we'll go take that, and that will be match. And we didn't get to have to deal with any of the death marks since we killed his hero as the final one. And we end up getting a huge amount of HP and attack by the end of it, so that works out too, I guess. And even though it's technically a blue day, we are still getting full points since it is War 4, which means we're on War 4 colors. So let's go against Alkazir using... Wow, I guess they all love using Mang. Normally I don't see Mang on this team. Is it using Assassin or Death Knight? Probably Death Knight. Nope. I mean, yes. Yes. Nope, as it's using the correct one, yeah. But it's using that, so we'll go brown-yellow. And see what we can do. Do want to be very hesitant on taking skulls. Want to give it every skull we can, not just for distraction, but also for the fact that I do not want to kill its hero, and ideally we'll want to kill it last by draining out the entire back of the team. Forest Guardian will definitely want to make sure it doesn't barrier, because this team has a lot of burst damage that a barrier would block greatly. Especially since the only way we have to remove barrier is through an explosion, and the only thing that we'd be able to do that off of is the hero, and since we don't want to damage the hero, that would kind of be pointless if we tried doing it that way. So all these skulls right here, going to completely ignore, pretend they're not even here, and just let him take all of them. He will like swipe for green and do a couple other things with them. Just kind of need to ignore it though. But we'll go for our brown, get off a nice Gorgolfa. He does not have famines this battle, so he's not going to be reducing us down on magic. So we'll just get rid of this board right here, get a nice clear, and no full mana, and nor do we get it off a cascade. So we're going to have to use an entire turn just to go and accumulate a little bit more of the mana that we currently don't have. So I'm leaning towards taking this yellow upwards and hoping for like a blue drop or something. So we'll do that. We do get Gorgolfa up, and it should feed full mana to everything except famine. Oops, could have taken a yellow right there, though, I think. Oh no! If that comes to back. Okay, there we go. We got a brown off it. But he has Giant Spider. He can hit on brown, I believe, is the only color, and green. Well, whatever color he aimed at, I think it was yellow. Oh, that would make sense because we have 4 yellow. But he did not get the extra turn off it because he tried denying out our mana. First kill I'm going to go for, I believe, is Cabarrus or Giant Spider. They're both very annoying. They're both excessively annoying. I think I'll go for Cabarrus first. Why not? So we'll go and throw this down on his last slot. Was that an extra turn? No, it just keeps blinking. So we'll throw that down on his last slot. Make sure we don't randomly get devoured. That's the main chance that it has to kill us, other than the hero. But we can easily try to avoid the hero right here. So we do still have our drain. Going to need to rebuild our mana, so let's go and explode. Do have to be careful I don't explode too much, though we do very, very minimal damage every time we explode. But that minimal damage will start stacking out a bit, and eventually we would end up killing it. Not to mention we also keep reducing 3 stats every turn. So it is eventually going to die. Do want to try preventing that for as long as possible. We'll go for a famine right here and kill out the Cabarrus with it next turn. So we will have that, and we'll throw it down right now, and I will also drain out all of its mana that's currently accumulating. So 1 down. Next I'll go for the Giant Spider, as that is the summon, and I do not want it randomly summoning. The summon is very weak, but it's still very annoying to have to kill, and would elongate this battle as far as how long it would take to win. So we're going to go and neutralize that then, and see how that will go. Okay, so Giant Spider just there. It's getting a little bit mana. I'm actually not worried about it using a Mang. I'm worried about the skulls it takes after it uses Mang, but I'm not actually worried about the Mang damage, because the Mang damage itself isn't really going to do much. I think it's like 24 or something. It will tear all the armor, but there isn't really a good target for that. Maybe it'll hit Gorgolfa. That would actually have the lowest armor gain for it, and would or attack gain, I mean, and would barely do anything. So we have all of our abilities. For some reason, I almost just casted Gorgolfa right there. I don't know why, what I was thinking. But we'll go and throw... oh, wait. Thinking of what I'm thinking. I should actually throw that at a spider. But I guess I'm doing that just to get rid of the barrier. So we'll keep pursuing it then, just to make sure. And we always have a Moloch as backup too, if we're going to be needing it. So let's go and throw down a... I will go for Gorgolfa. It doesn't look like we have as wide of a spread right now off of Amnesia. So I will go for that. And then we will go for the Amnesia right here and see what we can do off of that. We'll take some of our purples, even though we already have all of the mana, unfortunately. Maybe we should have thrown the Amnesia first, but we had no way of knowing what would drop, so we'll just go for Gorgolfa. Not to mention the drops would have been completely different if we would have used the other one. Very dangerous now. 1 or 2 more explosions will be the kill on it, and there's no way we're going to be... we're definitely going to get death marked, is what's going to be happening here. So hopefully it will not hit our Amnesia, ideally. It's a pretty good chance that it will, but hopefully it will not. We might be able to get lucky. I'm going to wait till it gets a little bit more. I still need a lot more mana on him, or her, or them, in order to be able to actually kill that out. Currently, we only have 24 additional damage. That will bring our damage output to 61. We're going to need 86, so wow, that is still very widespread. Not to mention one of them may get full mana before I can actually do that. So we can't even get Amnesia mana right now, so I guess I'll just take a random red. I need to try taking whatever is closest to getting full mana on. Like right now, we'll need to take a green or blue. Luckily, none of them are available, so we'll just go for a brown. Will it take our yellow? Yes, and that's actually good that it took away our yellow, mainly because it's, of course, is feeding up its own manas. So right here, we'll take the blue instead of the purple, mainly because it doesn't use the purple. It'll go for green right there, very close to full. I don't know if we have enough on our famine, though I'm probably going to throw it at it regardless of if we have enough for our famine. And we'll go throw our purples there, see what it takes mana-wise. And it goes for a brown-red, very nice. And I think we will throw the famine now. I'm trying not to explode as well, because the second we explode, it's basically going to die. But a little bit of an issue now, because, yeah, we kind of need to do something. It looks like it is going to die. I don't really have much way to get around it. We'll take a purple into a blue, try taking some of our mana, though all those cascades and not a single thing even got paired. Luckily, a skull didn't get paired, but there's a skull right there. Gonna give it even another skull on top of that. Give it a whole little skull area right there, trying as long as possible not to kill it. That'd be amazing if we can actually get through this without killing that. It has 10 HP left. Basically, anything we do will kill it. So I can't even do a Gorgolfa or anything right now. I could give it an extra turn of skulls. I'm pretty sure it won't kill our famine. That's only like, what, 12, 13, 14 damage? Pretty weak. Yeah, 12. So that's not going to do much. It does trigger big, but that's a very, very, very small nothing. So I do need browns, I do need yellows, and I do need greens. So we'll take the yellow right there, take our brown next turn if it doesn't go for it, though it does deny us out because it knows we need the color. Luckily, another brown comes to the board, which will give us a famine. We did end up hitting some HP right there, so it's a bit unfortunate. Luckily, that one just hit on armor, so we didn't get the reduction there. I almost keep forgetting we even have this, but we do have reduced all their stats by 1 whenever we get an extra turn. Moloch does do that. It's a very, very, very small and pretty ineffective ability, but that is what he does. Okay, so let me go and throw down just a blank Moloch here so we can start accumulating his mana again, and then I'll be saving for the famine right here one turn before it ends up doing its huge burst. So right here we'll go for reds and then get ready because it's probably going to take reds itself. Yep, there it goes, and now we will throw down the famine, and it does look like we are going to have to pop this soon. I don't know, maybe we'll be able to get away with it. It's getting very close. 4 HP. That is not going to survive much longer. Not at all. And 1 Moloch, I don't believe, is anywhere near enough damage to be able to do that. So I'm still going to need it for backup, so I am going to go and get it. See where that does for us. Need to make sure Giant Spider does not get a cast, so let's go take some greens ourselves. It'll end up taking the skull. Oh, I forgot to take the blue! No, the struggles of not taking colors that we already have and don't need. Well, oh well. It's going to get skull distracted right here, so... the only issue here, though, is, yeah, that. Exactly that. How do we go about this, then? I think we Gorgolfa and hope we get an extra turn. I believe that is what we do. So, let's cleanse him. If nothing else, we went off of Gorgolfa. No. Oh! That works, too. Okay. That was easy. Well, that went a lot better and smoother than I was expecting. So, there we go. Nice. Well, there we go. Very nice. He ends up stacking so much attack from all the turns that go by. Normally battles do not go that far, but in Guild Wars they definitely do. Oh, we would have... Oh no, we wouldn't have passed Anonymous if I would have done this. Well, we came pretty close to their score. Yeah, what is the leaderboard looking like? Is it still... Yep, looks like Strat Gem. Still really good chance that they'll end up getting the first place for the first time. So that's cool. Let's just go do the final battle for the video, and we are up against an Elkeezer. So, wow, why is everyone in this guild doing this team? That's interesting. It's not weak, but I don't know. It's a nice little change, I guess, but it's still pretty much the exact same team. The only difference is it's using Mang instead of some other weapon. I think it's doing it to cover every color, right? Brown, red, green. Yeah, it's doing it to cover every color, I guess, because that is the strongest red weapon. The only other one that may be considered slightly stronger is the one red weapon that hits all enemies, though I can definitely see Mang being a slightly better option for Guild Wars due to the higher stats. As the more armor they put in the game, the stronger Mang is, and they've been putting a lot of armor into the game as of recently, so Mang just keeps becoming more and more powerful, same as things like Verwain, Guard's Avatar, Paladin, etc. Basically anything that scales off of armor Tesla. So let's go and see what we can do here. So we'll go and start poking up our mana, just go rush up the Gorgolfa. I believe I'm still on brown-yellow, should be, yeah, because that's the correct banner for up against this team. So let's see what we can do here. We'll take a green into a yellow, yellow, no, well, at least we didn't give him a 5 times yellow. Oh, he might actually get a Nature Guardian off, or Forest Guardian, I mean. Forest Guardian? Forest Guardian. Nature's Wrath, or Nature's Ally. So we'll go and, I do have to be careful, that would give him purple, but that would also give him purple. I guess we'll take a green into Skull Distract. But we do have to be careful of Nature's Wrath there, or Ally, whatever it's called. Nature's Ally. But he can't get alignment on that, or he's going to be set. And we'll have to be very, very careful with it. But as far as him using it, it's kind of nice because it denies out all of his brown and purple. So we won't really have to worry about the Cabarrus as much after he casts that. So, again, I cannot take this without giving it 4 purple. I almost feel like just giving it 4 purple at this point. The only problem is if it gets a follow-up purple, that'll be full mana, and then it gets a free cast on us. And if that cast is a Devour, then we are in trouble. So I might just take a standard blue or something here. Won't really gain much of benefit from doing that, though, based on what our manas currently are. Could take a red as well. I guess we'll do that. Try for a blue right there. We don't get it, but at least we got Moloch up a little bit. And there's Nature's Ally. Okay. So here is the main... Oh, no. Okay. That alignment right there. Come on! I still have to give him the 4 times. Really? I kind of have to do this move. If I don't, he gets 5 times green, and then he gets Giant Spider, then he gets all the purple, then he gets a bunch of skulls. So, yeah, we have to take a brown right there. He'll take the purples, and then... Oh no, it still gave it green! That did not work. Skull Distract, go! Okay, wait, no, he moved it. No, but it still moved correctly. Oh no, but then he didn't take a move. Okay, good. Okay, I think we go Golfa and just hope the board is fine. So we'll do that. Come on, better board. That's not going to give him everything. Yes, there's no alignment, I believe. No, there isn't. There's barely any browns, barely any skulls. Actually, I believe he's giving us something. So we'll go take this. Wait, never mind. He's still Death Knight class. I can't take skulls. It'll get 1 skull out of doing a cast. So I think we'll leave it as is. We'll go and take some yellow right here. Double skull distract it. Go from there. So we'll do that. Get both our abilities. Get some blues out of it. He'll get skull distracted once. Skull distracted again. And we'll go from there. So right now we do have a Moloch. I think I will use this to make sure it doesn't get a bunch of barriers. So we'll throw that, then we'll throw down our Gurgultha. I will have to let it do a giant spider unless we can get Famine up. It is 1 mana short, unfortunately, and we don't have an immediate way to get it up. So we will go for our Gurgultha here and Famine immediately as we can. Come on. Wait, did we extra turn? I did not see an extra turn. That could be the extra turn glitch. We have gotten that a couple times where you get an extra turn even though you didn't get an extra turn. It's really weird. Okay, so since we started on a Nature Guardian, I almost feel like going for that. Though, just in case it gets a kill, I think we'll go for the Cabarrus, because every time it gets a kill, very annoying. It ends up resummoning a troop. So we will go and kill that out. I still don't understand why Cabarrus has a 100% chance on that, though. And Keeper of Souls still has a 50% chance. Not quite sure what's up with that, but that is currently how it is. We'll go and throw down... what should we do here? Purple? I think purple. We're mainly doing this for Famine, obviously. So we don't have much of a Moloch need. Actually, we do have a bunch of a Moloch need. We'll throw that down. Then we'll Famine that, Moloch that, and then kill the spider, then kill the hero. I do have to worry about the spider not getting full mana, though, which will be a slight concern. So right here, I'm going to go and use Amnesia first, mainly because this will give more mana directly into our Famine, because if we use Gurgultha, it would be blocking brown and yellow. If we use Amnesia, it's only blocking yellow, because everything on our team is blocking yellow. So we'll go and take the reds right there, take a nice yellow, nice. That will give us another Moloch, which is enough for the kill, though due to the pressure of the spider, I'm not going to bother going for that yet. I can take brown and maybe go straight into a Famine, and yes, we do Surge. That will go... Oh, never mind, we didn't even need Surge. We have +1 on brown. Skull I won't take. We'll just hold on our Famine and wait for that. I guess we'll go for the Moloch kill, then the Famine kill. So that'll be a pretty nice combo there. How much damage is that, though? 24... Yes, that's enough. 61. Yeah, that is way more than enough. So we will go for the Drain right there, and then we will throw down the Famine at the other one. So we'll go here, throw down the Famine, and there we go, on the double kill, plus all of their mana neutralized. So we'll just go throw a Gurgultha, throw an Amnesia, and that should be perfect 6,300 for today. The only problem, there's one other issue with the Guild Wars too. One thing with like how the days are, you actually can't see that we ended up getting 6,300. It's a little bit weird. I've seen that on when I've done it on my Let's Play account and stuff. But when we go back to the screen after we win this battle, it will not show that we just did 6,300 for this particular day. What it will show is that we ended up doing, it'll just show the next day. Like, it doesn't, like, wait and, like, give you an option to go to the next one. It just directly goes to the next war with no hesitation. So, actually, I just realized, yeah, we will not actually see that we just got 6,300, but we did. It goes based on the war color, not on the day color. Like, today's technically blue day. It's a Sunday. That was the day scheduled for today. But it's technically yellow because Anonymous on the Friday, the 4th day, was a yellow day. And that's why we're doing yellow right now. But we'll go and throw... I never really explained that during one of these Guild War things, but I'm pretty sure most of you caught on. I did explain it like in streams and stuff, but yeah, that's how it works. Okay, but we'll go and take our purple right there and throw down on, I guess, a Famine, and then just get the last bit of our Amnesia mana, throw that down, and just kind of go from there. So we'll throw that, get a nice little poke, and that will put it in one-shot range of anything that we throw at it. We'll just take some of our mana right there. Skull, I'm just going to ignore for now. I do want to make sure we kill the giant spider completely before we bother going for the hero. And then all we have to do is kill the hero. And then for the second match in a row, we end up killing out the entire team before we let the hero do anything. As far as death marks are concerned. Oh, no. I talked too soon. I spoke too soon. Okay, never mind. We didn't kill it. I thought we were just going to randomly kill it. Didn't get, like, quad death mark killed. I have gotten triple killed before. I almost got quad killed too. The time I got triple killed, one of my troops had immune to death mark, so we actually could have gotten quad killed there, but we will never know. Okay, I guess we will throw down the ability right there, and that's match. All we have to do is not die, and there's no way it's going to do that much damage in one turn with only 32 attack against a Gorgolfa. So let's do it right and kill it with a skull, and then boom. Okay, we're all death marked, but we already won, so no death mark triggers for you. And there we go. And as I was mentioned earlier, even though we technically have... Oh, you know what? It might have actually said at the bottom there. Oh no, it just says how many points you get. It doesn't actually say. But once we go here, it will go to next day, and it will not show that we have 6,300. It will show 0 for the 50, I think it is, right? But, yep, there we go. But we did end up getting 6,300. I will be doing these final 2 off camera. This is actually the first week I won't be recording all of them, mainly because we were doing a bunch of other stuff this weekend. But, pretty sure you guys understand. But, yeah, we will be switching over to the new 1 hour kind of like stream format of these. It'll still be completely full screen. The only difference that I'll probably have is I'll probably have the live chat all the way to like the right side or something. Mainly, or to the left, or probably to the right, I don't know. But somewhere's on screen will just be like the small little live chat that's see-through, because I know you guys, or quite a few of you who like watching the videos compared to the streams, you don't like anything actually blocking the view. So I won't have my head cam, I won't have all like the little sidebars or anything. It'll be exactly as it is now, just basically with a chat to the side of all the people live chatting during the actual recording of it. But yeah, so that's going to be how we're doing it for now on after this one. This was basically the last video one we'll ever do. So hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know if I'm going to be completely switching over forever to the other format. I'm pretty sure I will, just due to time efficiency. But I think it will work out well. But anyways, if you guys have any other feedback on that, or any other questions about anything within the game, Gems of War, Guild Wars, any of that, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all later. And goodbye.